Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be sharing with you guys a couple of books that I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. And I'm really excited to share with you guys because I have been getting back into reading. I go through periods of time where I'm just not really into reading at the moment, or I just get really into it where I just read like all the time, and that's the kind of mood I'm in recently, where I just really want to read all the time. So I picked up a couple of books that I will be sharing with you guys, but I don't think I'm gonna read this like the synopsis on the back of the books, just because I'm pretty bad at reading out loud because I start to jumble over my words, and sometimes I'm just not able to, the proper words just don't come out sometimes. So if you guys are interested in any of the books I mentioned today, I will go ahead and have the names and the authors in the description down below, so that way you guys can check them out if you want. But yeah, I'm really excited to share these books with you guys. I so far have read one book out of the pile, and I'm on a second one at the moment. I am not too far into it, but yeah, I'm really excited to share these books. I love watching book hauls and seeing what type of books other people pick up. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the book haul, so this video is not too long. So the first book I have is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, and I was really intrigued mainly because of the cover. Like, look at how cute this cover is. I like the pink, I like the greeny blue, the couple in the front. I just thought it was really cute, and this is my first book from Tessa Bailey. I have already read this. If you guys want to check out my little reading vlog, that will probably be uploaded after this video. But yeah, I've already read this. I did enjoy it. And it kind of opened the door for me to want to read other books from Tessa Bailey, because I have never read any of her books before. But yeah, this is the first book in this book haul that I have, and I just really love the cover. For me, covers are something that really intrigue me. I know a lot of people say don't judge a book by its cover, but when books have really cute covers like this, it's kind of hard not to kind of pick it up because of the cover. But yeah, I thought this was really cute, and I really enjoyed the story. This is the first book of my book haul. The next book I have is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, and this is like a murder mystery kind of book, so I really enjoy that type of genre of books, so I decided to go ahead and pick this one up. It's really, the cover as well is just really intriguing because of like the bright blue with like the leaves and the orange in the title. I just thought it was really cool, and I'm really excited to get further into this book because I have already started it, and I'm only like 50 pages in, maybe. Not even that. I'm only like 26 pages in. I thought it was further into the book than I actually am. But yeah, this is another book that was really intriguing to me. Like I said, I really enjoy like murder mystery type of books, so this is definitely right up my alley. And this is, like I said, Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. So these next two books are a little series. So this is book one. It's All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace, and this cover, it's all about the covers. This cover is so cool. I love like the detail around the title. It's like octopus tentacles, like flowers, a boat, water. I don't know. I think you can kind of guess what kind of book this might be based on like the little like drawings around. But yeah, this is another book that I actually did not pick up. Well, I bought it, but my boyfriend actually picked it out for me, and my boyfriend really is into more like fantasy type of books, but he's not a big reader. So we were in this bookstore in Santa Cruz that I had never been to before, and we were walking around and looking through the book. I usually go for like the young adult type of books, is what I really enjoy the most. And he actually saw this book and he picked it up, read the synopsis on the back, and he actually thought it was pretty interesting. So he's told me that he would think this would be a book that I should read. And then I also picked up book 2, even though I haven't read book 1. And this is All the Tides of Fate by Adalyn Grace. And this, I don't know, the cover is just really cool as well. It's pretty much the same like concept as the first one with the drawings on the sides around the title, and I just thought this would be really nice and cool to read, mainly because my boyfriend picked it out for me, and he's not, like I said, he's not a big reader, so he doesn't ever really pay attention when I go book shopping to the books. Sometimes he does look for books that he thinks I would be interested in, which is kind of fun, and maybe I should do a video of him picking out books that he thinks I would read or that I would like. That would be fun. Actually, I think that'd be a good idea. But yeah, these are the next 2 books that I've purchased, which I have not read yet, but hopefully I would get to soon. The next book that I got is After by Anna Todd. And this book is one that I've been wanting to read for a long time. Ever since the Wattpad story became very popular online, and I hadn't picked up the book just because, like I said, I went through a period of time where I was just not into reading. Like, I didn't really care for reading as much, but as I got older I became more into reading and I actually enjoying reading books and kind of imagining everything that's said in the book in my head and kind of playing the story in my head. But yeah, this is, like I said, a book that I've been wanting to read for a very long time. I finally purchased it, and this is a pretty beefy book. It's not the biggest book I feel like I've read, but this is definitely a big book, and I'm really excited because I believe this is a One Direction like fan fiction, even though the names of the characters are different. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I finally picked up the book, and I think there's 3 other books of this series. So once I read this one, if I really enjoy it, then I might pick up the other books just to continue the story and see what happens with the main characters. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I always say I'm really excited about all the books that I'm talking about, but yeah, just because I am really excited, and I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself in that when I say that. But yeah, I don't know, I don't know, I always repeat myself so many times and it's kind of annoying. Okay, so the next book I have is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this is a book that I saw Alexa Ray, I think she did a reading vlog on it. I don't know if specifically on this book and the second book, or she just included it in a reading vlog that she did. But yeah, this is the book, The Inheritance Games, and I really wanted to read it based on her, like, I guess her comments on it, because she made it seem very interesting. I don't think I've ever read or heard of anything that is like the same plot as this book, so I'm really excited to read this. And they already have book 2 out. I think book 3 comes out sometime later this year. I'm not exactly sure when, but yeah, this is another one that I'm really intrigued to read and find out what happens with the main character and what comes out of her getting this crazy inheritance. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. The next book I have is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and this is illustrated by Mina Lima, and the author is L. Frank Baum. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but this is what this book looks like, and this is like it's obviously an illustrated version of the Wonderful Wizards of Oz story, and this one has also like interactive parts in it. I haven't actually really looked in it just because I don't want to ruin it for myself, but it has interactive areas or parts in the book. So yeah, I picked this up because I just love like the classic, I don't know, like kind of, I don't want to say vintage look to it, but kind of like vintage, like old kind of, I don't know, like classic look. And my boyfriend actually also wanted to get this book because he just thought it was a really cool illustrated version of the story, and I have never seen the movie or read the book before, and I'm not typically the type of person who read like more of like, I don't know, like classic stories like this one. I don't know, I just never have really gotten into that. But yeah, this is a beautiful book. And my boyfriend and I decided that we probably will read this together. Maybe I'll read it out loud or he'll read it out loud. But yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful version of the book. And yeah, hopefully I can collect a couple more books like this, because they just look really cool, especially on a bookshelf all like lined up together. Like that's like a goal of mine, to have books like this like all like in my collection and have them like all together in like a bookshelf. That would be really nice. The next book I have is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, and this book is now a motion picture, a major motion picture movie. And I've seen this book, I don't know if it was online on BookTube or Bookstagram, but I hadn't seen this book before or being talked about before, I believe. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it was on YouTube or Instagram, but I've heard about this book. A lot of people have, I feel like I've seen so many people have mixed feelings about it. Like people just really love it or they just don't really enjoy it at all. I don't know how I'm gonna do with this book, because I actually did start it and I only got like 50 pages in, and I had to put it down for now because I don't know, I just couldn't get into the story as much as I really wanted to. I was planning on filming a reading vlog for this and talk about my thoughts on the book and then watch the movie and talk about what I thought about the movie, but like I said, I just couldn't get into it. I think I'll do that at a later time once I'm in the right mood for this type of book. But yeah, a lot of people, I feel like there's a lot of mixed feelings online of whether people like the book or they just don't really like it at all. But yeah, I picked it up because I really wanted to read it, and it's like a murder mystery book. So like I said, I'm really into that type of genre, so I did want to pick it up, so read it. But I don't know, I don't know when that's gonna be, because like I said, I just couldn't really get into the story of the book, but hopefully soon I will be able to read this. The next book I have is from a very well talked about author that I have never read any of her books before, and that's Collen Hoover. And I feel like Collen Hoover has been very highly talked about, to the point where it's like, well, I need to read the books because I need to know for myself if she's an author that I will enjoy, because I feel like not everyone, I don't know, I feel like there's a couple of books that I've seen people talk about that are not like their favorite, but for the books that I have seen people talk about that are like at the very top of their list with the ones that they think are like the greatest books, I feel like those are the books that I really need to read to figure out for myself if she is an author that I would really enjoy. But the book that I have, It Ends With Us by Collen Hoover, and this is, I feel like, the book that kind of kickstarted all of this for her. Like, I feel like this is the book that kind of got everyone into Collen Hoover and talking about Collen Hoover and reading more books from Collen Hoover, because before then I had never heard of her before. And this is, I don't know, I feel like this is kind of probably like, I don't know how she would feel, because like it's like kind of crazy that you've written all these books, but then that one is the one that kind of just goes crazy and everyone's talking about. But yeah, this is another one that I saw Alexa Ray do a reading vlog on, or she mentioned it in a video. But yeah, I really wanted to read this. Like I said, I hadn't read any of her books before, so I was not sure if she's an author that I would really enjoy. I hope I enjoy her books, because everyone just seems to enjoy them. Although I have seen some people talk about a couple books that they're not really a big fan of from her, but for the majority, I have seen a lot of people talk like highly of her books, and I'm really excited to read this because I heard that she puts in the craziest plot twist, and I'm really excited to figure out what those are, because I don't know, some people are just, I don't know, people just go crazy for her books, and I really want to be one of those people. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. And I keep saying that, but I just really am. The next book I have is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And this is, I feel like, another book that I've seen pretty much everywhere, I feel like, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, and I feel like a lot of people have talked about this book as well. And this is, I believe, another like murder mystery type of book, and the concept of the book is kind of similar to Truly Devious, but I really wanted to read it to see what the difference in the books are, like how each author takes that plot line and kind of makes it their own. I'm really excited to read this, and I know there's already a book 2. I think there's a 3rd book either that's already out or it's coming out. I'm not really sure, but I know for sure that there's a book 2. So I really need to read this so that I can read book 2, because I think this is going to be a type of book that I'm really going to enjoy, or a type of story that I will really enjoy. So yeah, very excited about this one as well. And now for the last set of books is a trilogy. And I feel like this trilogy is what kind of made me want to get back into reading, because it is now a show on Amazon Prime. And I believe season 1 is based on book 1. So that little trilogy is The Summer I Turned Pretty. And I just love the covers of these books. I did get all 3 books. I haven't even read book 1 yet. Like I said, I have to try and get back into reading. I used to read 2 to 3 books a week, which is crazy because I feel like I'm not a very fast reader, so I don't know how I was able to read 2 to 3 books a week. But hopefully I will get to this little trilogy soon, because I really want to watch the show. And hearing so many people talk about the books and the show really made me excited to read them and watch the show afterwards to compare to see which one I liked better. But yeah, I have The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, which is also the author of To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I never read the books, but I love the movie. I've only seen the first movie. I haven't watched the second one yet, but I think I want to read the books as well first. I think I have book 1 actually, but I think there's like 1 or 2 other books in the series as well. And The Summer I Turned Pretty, I have It's Not Summer Without You, and then I have We All Will Always Have Summer. And like I said, the covers are so cute. I think the colors of the covers just go so well together. It's very like pastel, and I love pastel colors. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this so I can watch the show and see which one I enjoyed the most. And yeah, that's all for my book haul, you guys. That's all of the books I've picked up the last couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll get through soon, because I feel like the concept of reading really intrigues me, but actually sitting down and reading like all day is kind of tiring. Reading is very mentally draining because you're reading the story, but you're also trying to visualize it in your brain. So yeah, I think it's a lot sometimes. But yeah, I'm really happy with the books I picked up. If you guys have read any of the books I mentioned today, let me know down below in the comments, not the description, if you guys enjoyed the books, what your favorite things were about them. But try not to spoil any of them, because like I said, I haven't read any of them except like 1 book, so I don't want any spoilers, because I want to like read them and figure out myself what goes on in the story. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos from me, and I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Bye!